wobbling. Wow. Great, they all can hear me. Most of you know me, so you know I'm nervous anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Kathy knows I shake when I do Zoom calls, so it's fine. You guys are my family, right?
Yes.
I just want you guys to know I left here about midnight last night with Brianna, so today's a little rough. I'm running on 2 Rice Krispie treats, I think, so bear with me. All right, well, we'll get started. Please don't just watch the lifeguards. If you guys want, we're recruiting lifeguards as well. So, first of all, good afternoon, welcome, and thank you all for being here today to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of our Mountain Home Aquatics facility. My name is Tiffany Bell, as most of you know, and I am the city clerk for our amazing city. I have the privilege of emceeing today's event. Thank you, Mayor Sykes. Before I move forward, I would like to recognize some of our civic leaders and partners that are joining us today. And my apologies if I miss anybody. And to my fellow coworkers, I will be calling you out shortly, so just a heads up. Honorable Mayor Sykes is here. I do see Councilman Scott Harjo. Do we have any other of our council members here? Our past city council member, Daniel Brennan, and past city councilman and state representative Matt Bundy are present as well. Kathy Muir with the State Parks and Recreation, who was a viable part of our project, and any of the grant committee members, if they're present as well, we'd like to thank you. To my fellow department heads, thank you for coming. You know you probably have better things to do on a Friday afternoon. Same to the city staff and any of the community partners that have come. And thank you to the Rock Church. You two are special. Thank you for coming. On behalf of the City of Mountain Home, thank you all to be here to celebrate this milestone with us. I had the honor of spearheading this project, which gives me a unique perspective because I didn't just stand on the sideline. I walked every step of the journey from concept to completion. From the early designs, to writing and presenting grants, to navigating a budget challenge during a global pandemic, to meeting the Buy America requirements per our grant, and even coordinating shipments from the United States to Italy for the steel that is the walls of our pool. But along the way, I grew, but built lasting relationships, and even had the opportunity to help other communities take on projects just like this. What you see here today didn't come easy, and there is countless stories behind it. I would like to recognize a few individuals who played an important role and really helped me along the way during this project. Darcy Braithwaite, she was a former recreation superintendent for the City of Mountain Home. Her help and support did not go unnoticed. She saw the need and believed in the vision, and she never shielded away from hard work, and look what we accomplished. Kathy Muir with the State Parks and Rec, your support and guidance was invaluable. We had so much fun working on this project together that we did it twice. Adam Miller, Kane Scott, Paul Hamiishi, Matt Corbis, and the countless street guys. I can't thank you. From the first pickup ride when you're like, what the heck am I getting into? And scratching your heads reading plans. You all don't just move dirt. You make miracles happen. So thank you. Ted Room, the assistant building official, you stepped in and made an incredible impact. This final project, a diamond that we're standing on, it reflects your coordination and dedication to bring it all together and all the many moving parts. I'd also like to thank my family, Miguel Carter Abram, for your patience and support through the long hours and challenges with this project. I'm shaking. My mom and dad, thank you. Your wisdom and values and the work ethic you've instilled in me, they're the foundation of everything I do. And my city team, I choose you every time. We are unmatched. This project didn't happen overnight. Through the construction itself, it took just over a year. A journey that began in 2016 and 2017, and it may have felt like a long time, but projects that truly matter require persistence, patience, commitment, and especially when challenges arise. And this one had its fair shares. The original pool, built in the early 1960s, was more than just a facility. It was part of our community's identity. I'm proud to say that my great-grandfather helped build that pool as one of the masons on the project. My roots in this community are deep. My mother also worked at the pool as a teenager, and years later I had the privilege of teaching swim lessons to the youth of our community. So for me, this project wasn't professional, it was more personal. But as the years went on and the facility aged, becoming harder to ignore, and like many communities, we reach a point where we had to ask ourselves the tough question: are we going to settle for good enough, or are we going to do better? I'm going to say something that may stick with you all, but good enough is where progress goes to stall. For too long, not just here, but in many places, projects, infrastructures, and quality of life improvements were delayed, deferred, or simply accepted as good enough. And over time, those decisions don't go away. They just stack up. The City of Mountain Home, current staff and leadership don't just manage today's needs, but we also inherited yesterday's decisions. This project stands as proof of what happens when a community refuses to stand still, when the people step forward to pursue a vision greater than themselves. All service and all the services to the entire community. As a fourth-generation Mountain Home resident, I believe deeply in this community, and I believe in showing up, doing the work, and pushing projects forward, even when they're complicated, even when they take time, and even when they're not easy. Because that's how real progress happens. And to the youth and future leaders here today, don't fall into the trap of good enough. Challenge it, question it, and improve it. Be the generation that takes on hard projects, the long-term investments, the things that don't come with quick wins but make lasting differences. Because one day, you'll be the one standing here now. I'd like to take a moment and recognize a few individuals who stood behind this project from the very beginning and continue to support it through every phase. Former City Councilman Daniel Brennan, former City Councilman, State Representative Matt Bundy, and current City Councilman Scott Harjo, and of course, Mayor Sykes. Your support and advocacy and your willingness to stay in the fight for this project did not go unnoticed. It made a difference, not just in bringing this project to life, but in what it represents to the community. For your commitment reflects true character and a willingness to roll up your sleeves and push forward, even when the work gets tough. I know the users of this facility truly appreciate your tenacity, because without it, we wouldn't be standing here today. Now, I'm gonna walk away from the mic. Now I have the honor to invite up prior City Councilman and prior State Representative Matt Bundy to the podium for remarks.
Well, it's truly an honor for me to stand here in front of all you great folks. I was blessed to be on the Mountain Home City Council from 2015 to 2021 when we were able to see this get started, get the grant, and then go through the process to completion. So thank you, Tiffany. And as you look around, if you look around here, and you look at the park, and you look at the skate park, and you look at the swimming pool, we have provided with so much help from city staff, from the citizens for voicing their opinion that they want these things done, and from Tiffany and the other city council members that supported this. Look what we have here when people say, what can my kids do in Mountain Home? This is awesome. But this is my really, really, really short government lesson. It's called popular sovereignty. The reason that myself as a city council person, the mayor, Councilman Brennan, Councilman Harjo, we were able to do this because we were put in office to support you, to support the community. So I'm going to give you one more time to vote. I'm no longer an elected official, but I believe in popular sovereignty. So this is a yes or a no. Yes, you believe that Matthew Bundy should run into the pool
Yes.
No means you think I shouldn't. Okay, we have to do this. We're not going to do a secret ballot. We're going to do a voice vote. Everyone that thinks that Matt Bundy should run into the pool, say yes.
Yes.
Everyone that thinks I shouldn't, say no. Well, it sounds like a tie to me. So, Mr. Mayor, what's the deciding vote?
Absolutely, you're running. Are you going back to the Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Did say I'd be in for a surprise. Thank you, Representative and Councilman Bundy. Please welcome prior City Councilman Daniel Brennan to the podium for remarks.
I'm not going to beat that by any means. But I did write a speech, and I apologize. It's probably going to sound a little repetitive, so if you don't mind bearing with me. So good afternoon to everyone that made it out here. What a beautiful day, and what a beautiful pool. This is an incredible asset to our city, to our kids, and to our families. Designing, funding, and constructing this pool was by no means of our imaginations an easy accomplishment. We faced early setbacks that forced action earlier than expected. Our original pool had well outlived its lifespan. It was determined that our pool was not only unsafe, but was actually hazardous to all of its users. The city was forced to permanently close the doors. In 2018-ish, we initiated public outreach efforts to obtain the thoughts, ideas, and desires of our citizens. Then we were all struck by the COVID pandemic, and virtually all progress came to a screeching stop. We eventually got to a spot where we could continue with the battle to make this pool a reality. After the pre-design phase, we unfortunately had to work through going out for bid 3 separate times before we finalized the design that you see here today. I'd like to talk about Tiffany Belt for a moment. Tiffany was the heart and soul of this project and the mastermind at making it come to life. Tiffany started working this project when she served as the superintendent of our recreation department. Although she left the recreation department for City Hall, she never let this project go. Instead of taking a couple hours of your time today identifying everything she did for this project, I will summarize by saying that she was involved in every step. If I had to identify a single person as the champion of this pool without hesitation, it would be Tiffany Belt. Thank you, Tiffany, for your hard work, dedication, and going above and beyond. In the same time frame, Darcy Brathwaite, from our recreation department, was hard at work writing and submitting for grants from the Idaho Department of Parks and Recreation Land and Water Conservation Fund. Unfortunately, Darcy left the city, but Tiffany was still right there, willing and ready to take over the exhausting work of writing and submitting for grants. A short time later, the city learned that we had been awarded $750,000 for the construction of our pool from the IDPR Land and Water Conservation Fund. Because of the COVID era inflation, the city still did not have enough money to complete this project without cutting critical services and public safety items. We submitted for a supplemental grant to the Land and Water Conservation Fund again, and were graciously awarded another $550,000 to complete our project. Thank you to Kathy Muir and the entire grant committee from the Idaho Department of Parks and Recreation. For their hard work done in the construction phase, I'd like to recognize a few people, and I apologize, I won't get all of you, but now I'm thinking about all of you. Ted Raum as the project manager, Adam Miller as the site supervisor, Kane, Scott, Paul Hamanishi, and Matt Corbus from our street department for the demolition and other various site work. Also, a big thank you goes to all of our various contractors who contributed to this project. Finally, thank you to Mayor Sykes for making this project a priority for day-to-day operations and directing city staff as needed. I'd like to end on a personal note. From a very young age, I went through extensive swim lessons, which gave me the ability and confidence to keep myself safe in almost every water environment. After swim lessons, I joined my local swim team. Later in life, I volunteered many hours over several years with the whitewater rafting program within the outdoor adventure program at Mountain Home Air Force Base. Today, I teach water safety and survival to the new recruits at the Idaho State Police Advanced Academy. The wind is going to get me. I believe that every person, regardless of age or socioeconomic status, should have the ability to swim. As a first responder myself, it sickens me of how often our local first responders are called to a report of a drowning in our local waterways. One drowning is too many. My wife Brittany and I will be donating $1,000 to the Mountain Home Parks and Recreation Ready, Set, Play financial assistance program, which will be earmarked for swimming lessons for those individuals who live within Elmore County and otherwise cannot afford swim lessons. We want to contribute in a small way in giving that same confidence and ability I have in staying safe in and around water for those that need it. I hope everyone gets an opportunity to enjoy this beautiful pool for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Brennan. Please welcome to the podium current City Councilman Scott Harjo for remarks.
The things we learned throughout this project, especially for myself coming on as a freshman city councilman, I had a lot to pick up very quickly. To catch this project midstream, thankfully we had an amazing city staff, administration, and council members that we could lean on for the knowledge to get up to speed. But the things we learned in the process were pretty amazing as well. We learned that not only did we have the confidence in our city staff and our public works folks that knew how to do day-to-day operations in the city, but to make big projects like this actually happen, boots on the ground. The things that we learned there were amazing. But we learned that not only were we confident that they could do this, but they could do other projects, much like Railroad Park that's happening now. We learned that our city staff in the administration, in City Hall, could step up to the plate and pick up a project and learn every single nut and bolt. And I swear, the times that I would walk into Tiffany's office and she would have just piles of paperwork laying out and answering emails or on the phone with engineering or design or the state or anybody. Again, learning how partnerships work, learning how to listen to the community's needs, learning how to deliver huge projects for the betterment of our community. I don't have much else to say other than I'm super appreciative for Mayor, Tiffany, City Hall staff, my predecessors and partners, the state partners, and every single city staff that put their hand on this project, because you all made it happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Harjo. Now for the closer. Please welcome to the podium Mayor Rich Sykes.
Well, mine's going to be short and sweet because you guys deserve that. No round of applause for that one? Damn. All right. Hey, really quick, guys. Good afternoon, obviously. Thank you all for showing up here. I want to thank all you city leadership team. Obviously, most of the ELT teams here that I noticed. And I think you're all here. Yep, I got you back there. Under the current city administration and city leadership, projects like this prove that anything is possible here in the city of Mountain Home. Even through all the challenges this project faced along the way, the city remained strong. Through its due diligence, hard work, and shared commitment to our community, we made this dream a reality. Completing this city pool with all of the wonderful amenities and so families and residents can enjoy for years to come. I also want to thank all the speakers that showed up here. So Councilman Brennan, Councilman Bundy, Representative Bundy, Councilman Harjo, thank you for your willingness to take your time and speak on behalf of the city and yourself, and we appreciate that. To you speakers, your support and enthusiasm means so much to this community, and no, as we always say, it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you so much. We all tried to. If I were to take a moment and personally thank every single person, we'd be here all day. So with the Councilman Brennan, Councilman Bundy, Tiffany Belt that spoke about how she thanked everybody, I'm just going to leave it at that. That way we could get this procession on, the ribbon cutting, all that good stuff. There is, you've already heard it. Everybody's already heard it before. There's one person who truly deserves a special recognition today, and it's Tiffany Belt. Tiffany carried this project on her shoulders from the beginning to the end. She is one of the bright, shining stars who work for this city, and without her dedication, her hard work, and commitment, this project would simply have just not been completed. That is why I have the distinct pleasure announcing that this aquatics facility will be named after her in her honor. So with that, let's get her up here. Daniel Mercado, we're going to have her tear off this. So yes, there is some inaccuracies on this because we were supposed to do the dedication of ribbon cutting last year in September. So with this, Tiffany, will you come up here? You're welcome. So with that, I think picture there.
Not yet. Yeah. Good job.
So with that, here, I'll hold that for you. You get up here to do the closing, right? It takes a village, and when I jokingly say that when you have the sheriff's department or the police department or the fire department or the Idaho State Police Department, it takes everybody, or it takes this village to make sure that things happen. And so when I say everyone might wear a different uniform, but at the end of the day, we all play for the same team, and that team is obviously Tiffany Belt's team.
Yep.
So with that, Tiffany, the mic is yours.
It's not my team, it's our city's team, right? We're all here, we all live here, we're making it a wonderful place. So thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, everyone. I will tell you, years ago, it's kind of a funny story. My youngest son, Abram, when I went over and to City Hall to be the clerk, he told me, man, Mom, you're going to be in history books because you sign all the documents. And he put that together, and then a little bit later, he was like, Mom, will your name be on that pool? And I was like, maybe, I don't know. So wait till I tell him about that. Jeez Louise. Thank you. It's an honor. I am going to list a couple of the contractors. I think it's really important. Many of them are local people, or they grew up in our community, and they knew the value of this project. A project that literally was built on pennies. Like, pools are worth millions, and we had pennies to work with. So I think every one of them and their hard work and their timeline. Like, we were pestering people. Like, I can tell you, I know Adam called people on the weekend, Ted called people. So I think they need to be recognized. So I'm just gonna go down the list. We have PMG, plumbing, heating, and mechanical. Tri-State did the electrical. Concrete Cure with all of our flooring. Utority Concrete, so all the decking is Utority. Idaho Masonry, which finding a mason in today's world is kind of hard, FYI. Texas Aquatic, they're the company who built out the pool. Pedroza Construction did a lot of the small work. They did our roof and did some different stuff. Overhead door, the paint crew, which painted in a beautiful brick color. Acor, IMC, Atlas, Nick Radatz with some metalwork, JJ Howard for his surveying, Cole Architect, they're in engineering, Biggie did all the fencing, Polly still had to coat the surge tank, I think twice, right, Kane? Adam, Paul, and Lock Dock for all the log work and doors. So here we are 1 year later. We're not just celebrating a building, we're celebrating a beautiful pool. So let's cut a ribbon and be done talking. Thank you all. I want everyone in the picture. So we're all standing for the ribbon cutting. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. I have no idea.
Became that person. Yeah, because they started.
Yeah. Oh, you're the picture?
Everybody else. Stay out of it.
Yeah, everybody get there.
I know, that's you.
Everybody, you heard Tiffany. Everybody. Everybody.
I don't know.
Oh, look at you go.
They're gonna get mad. I think they want everyone. You guys, they want every single person. I guess I could get a screenshot. Come on. I guess I could get you guys a screenshot. Do you want me to go grab my tripod? You want to? I don't know if I'll be quick enough.
I say I don't know if I'll be quick enough, but I definitely have my tripod in the car.
Or I could just leave it. I don't want to be in the picture. That works. Hang on, I should probably scooch. I wasn't part of it.
Alright, ready?
Count of 3.
3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Can you get a picture of the sun?
A really good one. Am I good to cut? I said, am I good to cut?
We're done. That was it.
Okay.